connecting you to our community. 11 Connects. Welcome to 11 Connects. I'm your host, Jen Lennon. Today I'm joined by Vanessa Nichols and Matthew South. They are both intake and enrollment specialists with Rocky Mountain Healthcare Services PACE program. So welcome, guys.
Hi, good morning.
So Vanessa, if our viewers are not familiar, tell us a little bit about the PACE program and what it covers.
Sure. So PACE, it is an all-inclusive care program for people who are 55 and over in the Colorado Springs area. It is, we have different services to offer with medical services, physical therapy, transportation, senior services for our day center. We just really want to maximize people's independence, keep them living in their own home for as long as possible, and really maintain that aging in place.
And so that goal of staying in your own home, that's why all these services are so important,
Yes.
so that people can tap into them, because the alternative, a lot of folks don't want to leave their homes, right?
Correct, yes.
Got it. Makes a lot of sense. So Matthew, how do we start? How do we get going? How do we know if we qualify? What's the first step?
So you would first call our main PACE number.
Okay.
And in there you're going to end up talking to our phone screener, and then she's going to screen, or he's going to screen out just general questions, like they're going to ask, you know, how much money do you have? What are your functional capabilities? They've kind of got to weed out the people, because it's a program based on need versus, you know, want. So there's some people that are just not going to qualify the program, so we kind of need to weed those out.
So those questions will help us to
Yes.
know and assess who will qualify and who might not qualify. So that's the first step. Call, because you just never know, right?
Yep.
That's very important. And so after we call, then what's next? Like, does someone come see me? Do I go see you? How does it work, Vanessa? What's next?
Yes, so Matthew or I, one of us will visit a person in their home.
Oh, I get to meet one of you.
Yes, correct.
And you come to my house.
That is correct.
That's totally convenient. And what happens in that meeting then?
So at that time, we explain what the PACE program is. We talk about the different benefits of the program. We'll talk about the eligibility requirements, and then we also will kind of walk through the intake and enrollment process and prepare the potential participants for what to expect next.
Okay. Do I need to have a loved one with me at that appointment? Can I? So someone can listen to the information with me?
You are more than welcome to. It's not required, but you certainly can.
Okay. And Matthew, in terms of paperwork, first of all, when I call, do I need to have any records or anything available, or is it just casual answering questions?
It's kind of casual answering questions. You can have records ready there when we come, like ID, social security card, bank statement, those types of things, but it's not necessary. We're going to go over all of that when we come out and meet with you.
Okay, and then in terms of like how I qualify, if I need Medicaid or things like that, can you help me do that? I know that gets overwhelming.
Yes. We are going to do the Medicaid application for you and help you get qualified for long-term care Medicaid, which pays for the PACE program.
Okay, so we can go through that together then. I don't have to handle that burden myself. Got it. And Vanessa, if I want to know a little bit more about the program, can I check it out ahead of time, or when I meet with you guys, can I book some kind of a tour or anything?
Absolutely. If you're curious to kind of know what we do at PACE and you want to see the facility for your own eyes, you're more than welcome to go over there and take a tour.
Okay.
Take a look at the facility and kind of see what we get to do there at PACE. Or if you want to meet with Matthew or I, that's something that we would also schedule during the intake and enrollment process. So we can certainly make arrangements for that as well.
Got it. And Matthew, you've been doing this for a few years now. What impact do you see on people's lives when they qualify for PACE?
Well, they get to live independently longer in their own home, and there's a lot of people that just financially can't afford their health care, and without our program, they're just not going to have the independence financially and functionally and physically in their lives without our support.
And I know you've literally seen people who weren't able to afford groceries, but because they qualified for PACE, life has changed.
Yeah, they can go to the grocery store now instead
Fantastic.
of not depending on family or just not going without.
Yeah, so it's a really fantastic program. We hope people will just give a call and check out the process. Thanks.
Yeah.